Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be talking about Palutena's Nair. Specifically, we're going to identify the blind spot it has, and then show some examples of how to use it to get an extra strong punish in. Palutena's Nair, along with her back air, are infamous for being gatekeeper tools that are excellent at providing a big chunk of damage for a relatively safe attack. On block, this move is normally -9 or more, and most characters can consistently out of shield punish this move with some success. However, you run the risk of getting your shield poked, especially after you get your shield back aired, and it's never bad to want a bit more damage. The secret to exploiting her Nair comes from how high she travels when she buffers it rising off the ground. As you can see here, her first hitbox is easily low enough to swipe Ganon. However, this is only when Ganon is standing. The key to staying in control is to lower your profile. Thankfully, most characters have a really intuitive way to do that. When you land with an aerial, there's an animation. Most, but not all animations, will squish your character into the ground a bit, and that's where we get all of the reward. Palutena's Nair is frame 5, which means after her jump squat, which is 3 frames, you have about 8 frames after you hit her shield before you'll get hit. However, since aerials will squish your hurt box down, they'll squish your hurt box down before you're allowed to move, and this drastically frees up our options for hitting her. For example, even though this move isn't -8 when I don't space it correctly, watch how the low profile of down air allows me to avoid getting hit by the early part of the Nair. A big part of how Palutena limits the reward you get is by forcing you to shield the entire attack. But now that we're below her, we can actually use movement, parries, and anti-airs to increase the reward that we get from this move, which changes the matchup to favor Palutena much less than normal. Here's an example of combining low profiles with a quick anti-air. If Palutena crosses up King K. Rool, he oftentimes has no guaranteed answer for Nair on block. However, when you combine a low-profile approach with a parry, you can get a very strong punish guaranteed. You're not always going to be able to punish it every time, and in general, this kind of requires you to be right on top of Palutena to begin with, so it's not always going to be feasible. On top of that, a lot of top-tier characters that do well against Palu have reliable frame 10 or less punishes, so this technology isn't always something that's needed. However, if you play a low-tier character who has limited options, or even if you play a good character like Chrom and you just want some more options so that you can get a heavier punish on a confident read, then I think this technology is right up your alley and you'll benefit tremendously from it. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you'd like to see more content like this. There's a lot more that I have planned for the summer. Thanks!